It's dinner time in small-town America. A quiet kitchen. A pot of steamed vegetables, maybe broccoli, maybe spinach, what you've always trusted. You plate it. You eat healthy. You believe it's enough. But after 60, your arteries may not agree. Recent studies from Harvard and the NIH show that even some heart-healthy vegetables can quietly raise blood pressure, especially in aging bodies, more sensitive to sodium sugar and hidden inflammatory compounds. But this isn't your fault. No one ever told you that your arteries change with age, and that your plate should too. In this video, we'll reveal the top 5 vegetables that help stabilize blood pressure, naturally backed by real science, tailored for seniors, and easy to add to any American meal. And if you stay with us to the end, you'll learn a simple 30-second dinner ritual that promotes calm blood flow night after night. So let's begin with the first overlooked green that might be missing from your plate, especially if your numbers have been quietly climbing. It might not catch your eye, rough, earthy, and easy to pass by at the grocery store. But beetroot may be one of the most powerful vegetables for lowering blood pressure, especially in older adults. And it doesn't work by force. It works like a whisper, subtle, steady, and gentle. Where most strategies for hypertension rely on stronger medications, less salt, or stricter routines, beetroot offers something softer, a quiet invitation for your blood vessels to relax. Why is that? Because beetroot is naturally rich in dietary nitrates, and when you eat it or drink it, your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide. That's a gas molecule that tells your blood vessels, relax, widen. It's like opening the windows in a stuffy room, or loosening your belt after a heavy meal. Suddenly, there's more space and less pressure. For seniors, that message is especially important, particularly at night. As we age, blood vessels tend to lose their elasticity. The smooth inner lining of the arteries becomes stiff, inflamed, and narrow. In response, the heart has to work harder, pushing blood through tight corridors, like trying to force water through a bent garden hose. But nitric oxide helps reverse that tension. It signals your vessels to ease up and expand, allowing blood to flow more freely. And that can mean lower blood pressure, less strain on the heart, and a better night's sleep. Science backs this up. A study in the journal Hypertension found that drinking just 1 cup, about 250 millimoles of beetroot juice each day, helped older adults lower their systolic blood pressure by as much as 8 points. Another study from the Journal of Nutrition saw similar results in just 1 week of daily use. That's comparable to what some medications deliver, except this comes from a vegetable. Even better, the effect is quick. Your blood pressure could start to drop within 3 to 6 hours after drinking beet juice. That makes it a smart pre-bedtime option for seniors with nighttime hypertension, a condition that often goes unnoticed, but quietly puts extra stress on your heart. Think of your arteries like busy highways. Over time, the traffic builds up, lanes narrow, and movement slows. Beetroot acts like an overnight construction crew, widening the lanes, smoothing the surface, and clearing the way for blood to flow freely. And it doesn't stop with nitric oxide. Beetroot is also rich in potassium betalains and antioxidants, key nutrients that help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, both major factors in chronic high blood pressure. So how should you use it? You can roast it, grate it into salads, or juice it. But for the best results, studies recommend drinking it, especially in the evening. Try half a cup of beet juice, blended with apple, lemon, or ginger, or sipped warm like a herbal infusion with a little honey before bed. Take Harold, age 73, from Arizona. He started drinking half a glass of beetroot juice every night after dinner. Within a week, his blood pressure numbers dropped noticeably, and just as importantly, he started sleeping through the night again. "No more pounding in my ears. No more waking up exhausted," he said. "It's like my body finally got the message to calm down." So let's sum it up. Beetroot helps produce nitric oxide. That dilates blood vessels. It can reduce systolic pressure by up to 8 points. Works within hours. restores your natural nighttime blood pressure drop, and gently relieves vessel stiffness and cardiac strain. It's not trendy. It's not flashy. But for many seniors, this quiet root may be the natural signal their body's been waiting for, telling their vessels at last, it's time to rest. Up next, a dark leafy green that won't widen your blood vessels, but feeds the mineral that controls how tight they stay. It looks so light, so familiar. A handful tossed into scrambled eggs, a scoop wilted into soup, a few leaves tucked under sandwich bread. But behind spinach's mild flavor lies something far more powerful, especially for seniors struggling with high blood pressure. For older adults in America, spinach isn't just a salad filler. It's a pressure valve. Spinach may not whisper like beetroot. It speaks through minerals. It nourishes your body with the very ingredient that helps relax tight vessels and flush out excess sodium potassium. You see, blood pressure isn't just about your heart pumping. It's about balance, a careful tug of war between sodium and potassium. And as we age, that balance often breaks. Most older Americans consume too much salt and far too little potassium. That means your body holds on to fluid, your blood vessels constrict, and your pressure climbs like a hose with a kink in the middle. But spinach quietly helps untangle that knot. Each cup of cooked spinach delivers nearly 840 milligrams of potassium, about 20% of your daily recommended intake. And that mineral goes to work immediately. It eases tension in the vessel walls, helping arteries stay soft and flexible. It signals the kidneys to excrete more sodium, pulling excess water out of your blood. And it lowers overall fluid volume, reducing the force against arterial walls. Think of sodium as sandbags pressing against your arteries. Spinach acts like a quiet floodgate, opening slowly to let the water out and ease the strain. And spinach doesn't just offer potassium. It's also rich in magnesium and nitrates, two more blood pressure-friendly compounds. Magnesium helps muscles and arteries relax. Nitrates, like the ones found in beetroot, support nitric oxide production. The result? A gentle triple-action remedy wrapped inside a leaf. And the science backs it up. In a 2020 study published in Clinical Nutrition Research, participants who consumed spinach daily experienced a significant reduction in systolic and diastolic blood pressure after just 7 days. Another trial in the Nutrition Journal confirmed that adding high-potassium vegetables like spinach to the diet consistently improves pressure control in seniors. And the benefits grow over time. Spinach not only lowers current readings, it supports long-term vascular health. It helps reduce arterial stiffness, improve kidney function, and even lower the risk of stroke. But unlike pills, spinach doesn't overwhelm the system. It blends into meals. It supports, not shocks. Picture your arteries like a hallway packed with people. Sodium fills the space, crowds the flow. Spinach slips in, politely moves people aside, and opens up the path. So, how should seniors enjoy spinach? Here are a few easy senior-friendly ways. A warm spinach omelet for breakfast. Creamed spinach with garlic and olive oil for dinner. A mild green smoothie blended with banana and Greek yogurt. Or lightly sautéed spinach, tossed into pasta or rice. Take Ruth, 78, from Illinois. She'd always eaten fairly healthy, but during a checkup, her doctor flagged high blood pressure. Instead of reaching for another medication, she added a cup of cooked spinach to her lunch every day. Within 2 weeks, my numbers dropped, she recalls. But more than that, I felt calmer, less tense, like something inside had unclenched. She said, it's like the squeeze around my chest just loosened its grip. Spinach supports the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your body responsible for rest and digest. That means calmer digestion, deeper sleep, and lower pressure, not just in your arteries, but in your whole being. In summary, spinach is a potassium powerhouse, 840 milligrams per cup. It helps remove sodium, and water lowers volume, relaxes arteries, and eases pressure. It adds magnesium and nitrates for a triple effect. It's backed by studies showing measurable drops in blood pressure. And it's easy to cook with a mild, familiar taste that older adults enjoy. It doesn't need to be exotic. It doesn't need to be new. Spinach is a quiet staple that over time can stabilize the ground your heart stands on. Next up, a crunchy green vegetable that scrubs your arteries clean and works even faster than you might think. You've seen it before in lunchboxes beside a peanut butter cup, peeking out of a Bloody Mary, or floating in a bowl of chicken soup. But behind its humble look and soft crunch, celery hides one of the most effective natural tools for lowering blood pressure. Celery isn't just refreshing, it's a vascular technician. It contains a natural compound called 3N-butyl phthalate, or NBP. This phytochemical helps relax the smooth muscles around your arteries, allowing them to open wider and improve blood flow. Think of it as giving your blood vessels a deep tissue massage after years of tension. A 2013 study in the Natural Medicine Journal tracked patients with mild to moderate hypertension. After 6 weeks of daily celery seed extract, participants saw average drops of 8.2 millimeters in systolic and 8.5 in diastolic blood pressure without any changes to their medication. But celery doesn't stop there. It's loaded with potassium and magnesium, 2 minerals that act like drainage workers, pulling excess sodium out of your cells, reducing fluid buildup, and taking pressure off your heart. Imagine a sponge soaked in salty water, being gently squeezed out, relieving tension, drop by drop. It also provides insoluble fiber, which supports digestive flow and helps eliminate waste, key for reducing chronic inflammation, which is closely linked to elevated blood pressure. And more than that, celery is 95% water. It delivers deep hydration with every bite. It's like sending a cooling stream through an overheated pipe. And for seniors whose blood vessels may be inflamed, stiff, or narrowed by time, that hydration acts as a natural balm. You don't need much. Most research shows that 4 medium stalks per day, raw, steamed, or juiced, can offer benefits when included consistently. It's not a chore. It's a snack. Mr. Gerald, age 72, from Michigan, started with a few celery sticks dipped in hummus every afternoon. Within 3 weeks, his systolic pressure dropped by 9 points. He said, "It was like my heart finally took a deep breath." And here's something else: celery's mild flavor and nostalgic crunch make it less of a health food and more of a familiar presence. Eating celery doesn't feel like medicine. It feels like coming home. Celery helps because NBP eases arterial tension. Potassium and magnesium help balance fluids. Fiber clears inflammatory buildup, and hydration soothes inflamed vessel walls. Celery won't scream for attention. It doesn't need to. Like a gentle hand on the shoulder, it quietly supports your body's deepest rhythms. And if we zoom in even deeper, the science becomes even more remarkable. NBP doesn't just relax blood vessels. It reduces the production of stress hormones like cortisol and epinephrine, both known to spike blood pressure. It's like turning down the volume on a background noise you didn't realize was exhausting you. That's part of why celery has such a calming effect, not just on your heart, but on your entire system. And let's not forget practicality. Celery is inexpensive, easy to find in every American grocery store, and can be stored in the fridge for up to 2 weeks. No prep, no cooking, no supplements. Just rinse, slice, and chew. Next up, a green vegetable so nutrient-dense it's been called nature's blood pressure stabilizer. It may have been the villain on your childhood dinner plate, steamed, soggy, pushed to the corner. But for seniors battling high blood pressure, broccoli transforms into a shield. Layer by layer, it protects your arteries. This cruciferous vegetable is more than just fiber and crunch. Broccoli is packed with powerful compounds, like sulforaphane, a natural plant chemical that does something many medications can't. It activates NRF2, a protein in your cells that helps reduce oxidative stress. That's the underlying rust that stiffens artery walls and pushes blood pressure higher year after year. Picture your arteries like copper pipes. Over time, mineral buildup and corrosion narrow the passage. Sulforaphane acts like an anti-rust coating, keeping those pipes clear, smooth, and flexible. A 2020 review in the Journal of Clinical Hypertension found that diets rich in cruciferous vegetables, especially broccoli, reduce the risk of high blood pressure by up to 24% in older adults. And sulforaphane isn't the only hero. Broccoli is also high in potassium, a key mineral that helps your body flush out excess sodium. Sodium is the silent partner behind water retention and sudden blood pressure spikes. With less sodium, blood volume drops, like easing pressure in a garden hose by turning down the tap. Then, there's the fiber. 1 cup of cooked broccoli delivers over 5 grams of it. Fiber regulates blood sugar, calms inflammation, and feeds healthy gut bacteria. All of that adds up to smoother vessel function and a lower chance of pressure surges. Broccoli also supports nitric oxide production, the same natural compound that opens up your blood vessels and allows your heart to pump with less strain. Visualize this tiny broccoli compounds acting like gentle locksmiths, unlocking tight vessel walls that have been stuck for years. Broccoli even helps prevent vascular calcification, a common risk in aging arteries. It acts like a natural buffer, protecting the walls of your blood highways from hardening and narrowing. Older adults with calcium imbalance or arterial stiffness benefit even more thanks to broccoli's vitamin K1 and magnesium, which help recalibrate vessel tone gently. Take Mrs. Leona, 69, from Colorado. She used to resist what she called green mushy things. But when her blood pressure crept up to 160/95, her daughter suggested roasted broccoli with garlic and olive oil. Within 6 weeks, along with light walking, Leona's pressure dropped by 13 points. And her energy came back. It didn't feel like punishment. She laughed. It was just dinner. That's the magic. Broccoli works quietly. No drastic diets. No expensive supplements, just a steady, comforting presence like a daily umbrella, protecting your arteries from stormy pressure. Why does broccoli help? Sulforaphane activates antioxidant defenses. Potassium flushes out sodium. Fiber calms inflammation and supports gut health. Nitric oxide relaxes and expands vessels. Magnesium and K1 protect against artery hardening. And here's a deeper layer. Studies show that sulforaphane doesn't just activate NRF2, it also blocks the expression of pro-inflammatory genes, like TNF-alpha and IL-6, which are highly active in people with high blood pressure. That dual action, reducing inflammation and improving vessel flexibility, gives broccoli a powerful therapeutic edge. Think of it as both a cleaner and a softener, scrubbing the inner walls and smoothing the lining. Aim for half to 1 cup of cooked broccoli per day. Steam it, roast it, or stir it into soup. Just don't deep fry it or drown it in salty sauces. And if you've ever said, "I don't like broccoli," maybe it's time to try again with your heart in mind. Your taste buds might take a moment, but your arteries, they'll sigh in relief. Coming up next, a bright peppery green with a hidden superpower, working like a natural calcium channel blocker, to gently lower your pressure while you sleep. It's small, leafy, peppery, and often hidden beneath heavier toppings in a salad bowl. But arugula, also known as rocket, deserves a central place on your plate, especially if you're over 60 and waking up groggy, swollen, or unrested. Because while it may look like a garnish, this leafy green delivers one of the strongest natural nudges to help relax your blood vessels right when it matters most during the night. What makes arugula so special? It's packed with natural nitrates. These compounds are converted by your body into nitric oxide, a molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and expand. Think of nitric oxide as a quiet whisper to your arteries. Take it easy. You're safe now. That gentle widening reduces the resistance your heart pushes against. It lowers pressure, improves oxygen flow, and makes it easier for your body to enter deep, restorative sleep. Some studies show that nitrate-rich vegetables can lower systolic blood pressure by 4 to 10 mmHg within hours, comparable to a light dose of medication. And arugula. It's especially powerful. Gram for gram, It contains even more nitrates than beets or spinach. Yet it's light, crisp, and easy to digest, perfect for seniors whose digestion may slow with age. But there's more to it than just chemistry. Arugula also supports something called endothelial function, your blood vessels' ability to sense and respond to pressure changes. That means your arteries stay intelligent, able to relax when needed, and gently tighten when appropriate. Imagine your blood vessels as garden hoses. When you're young, they're flexible and flowing. But over time, they stiffen like a sun-dried hose. Arugula's nitrates act like a nightly mist, keeping those walls supple, hydrated, and responsive. And arugula comes with even more support. It's rich in vitamin K to help regulate calcium and prevent artery hardening. Folate, which supports nitric oxide and lowers homocysteine, a vessel-damaging compound. Lutein and beta-carotene, antioxidants that protect from inflammation and plaque buildup. A study in hypertension research found that a nitrate-rich dinner, just 2 to 3 hours before bed, improved overnight blood pressure control, especially in adults over 65. The benefits were even stronger in those with nocturnal hypertension, where pressure stays elevated through the night. That's where arugula shines. Heavier nitrate foods like beet juice may feel too intense late at night, but arugula can be folded into a light dinner or blended into a calming green smoothie. It works gently, quietly, like a soft evening breeze that settles your inner weather. Let me share a story. George, 72, from Minnesota, used to wake up 3 times a night with pressure spikes and ringing ears. His daughter, a nutritionist, recommended a simple change: a small salad with arugula and avocado at dinner. Within 10 days, his sleep deepened. His morning blood pressure dropped from 148/92 to 132/84. "I thought it was just luck," George said. "But I kept going, and every week I felt steadier, calmer." And George isn't alone. Arugula has quietly become a favorite in hypertension clinics across Europe, where doctors now recommend nitrate-rich greens as part of first-line lifestyle treatment. So how much arugula do you need? Just 1 generous handful, about 2 cups raw, added to dinner is enough to support nitric oxide through the night. Toss it with olive oil and lemon. Add it to a sandwich, or stir it into a warm grain bowl. Just steer clear of salty dressings or bacon bits, which undo the benefits. In the orchestra of natural blood pressure, remedies arugula might seem like a soft violin string, but when played consistently, it helps tune the rhythm of your vessels gently, naturally, and beautifully. Coming up next, a final wrap-up to tie all 5 greens together, plus a daily rhythm that can help your pressure finally rest while you sleep. High blood pressure doesn't always shout. Sometimes it creeps in quietly during the night, stealing your rest, tightening your chest, and leaving you drained before the sun even rises. And after 60, your body becomes more sensitive to those silent pressures, even if the monitor shows nothing at all. But here's the hopeful truth. Your dinner plate can speak to your arteries gently, wisely, and with strength. The 5 vegetables we talked about today weren't chosen by chance. Each one carries a unique power to bring balance back to your body's rhythm. Beets that open the gates, spinach that nourishes, celery that clears the stream, broccoli, sprouts that protect, and arugula, the quiet conductor that brings it all together. They don't flip a switch, but they do start a song. One note, then another. Until night after night, your pressure starts to move back into harmony. And the best part, you don't need to overhaul your life. No complicated diets, no discomfort, no strange powders. Just 1 thoughtful scoop on your plate. 1 swap in your stir-fry. 1 small habit that, repeated over time, helps your blood vessels soften and remember what calm feels like. Because even after 60, your body is still listening. And when you speak through food, it hears you. If even 1 vegetable today made you pause or reminded you of something you used to love, this might be your sign to bring it back. Your arteries remember. your muscles remember. And you remember too. If something clicked for you today, let us know. Save this video as a gentle checklist for tomorrow night. And share it with someone you care about, someone who's been feeling just a little off lately. And don't forget to subscribe. We're here with you for the long road ahead, bringing more of these small but mighty tools, one video at a time. Because sometimes the most powerful relief doesn't come from a bottle. It comes from a leaf, a root, a habit, given at just the right time until your body begins to trust again.